I love it. You know, we collaborate very well. I think you're right. I definitely feel like I'm right across my brand. I'm very passionate. I'm very clear with what that is. But I also know the difference of knowing what I can do myself versus when I need to get you or like Deb, an artist who's actual graphic, like a animator.
Illustrator, yep.
Yeah, yeah, like she did the artwork for the first book, as you know. But classic example, and just so you know, like take the currency that we've built for the value model. Now that's a classic example. I kind of knew that was a piece that I really wanted in. It felt like it was the right piece to bring that to life. I knew I could take that so far, but I knew I had to get you to tidy that and polish that. And I can tell, just hats off, because I'm getting some really lovely feedback from people that have kind of seen that already as we've just launched the page and revealed the book. I've actually had people messaging me going, wow, like, what's this? Like, that's super cool currency. But that's a classic example. I think I know what I want, but I know I need you to do it.
Yeah, because you could have executed it, but at the same time, it wouldn't have had the same impact.
No.
It would have looked like you did it yourself, which is...
Yeah, I mean, I took it as far as I could with the blue ink kind of...
No, you got some great, elements.
The elements, but then it's like, over to you, Angela. Work your magic, my dear. So yeah, I think that's a great tip. Like, really know what you can do yourself and know what you need to get experts in. And the same in your own fields. Whoever's watching this, you know, you'd be saying the same to anybody around your own field. So same thing. What, on that note then, what makes it easy for you then, Angela? So as a specialist coming in, what are some things that make it easier for you to do your piece of the puzzle well? So let's say somebody appreciates the value of design. They help get the strategy. Now they get an expert. What makes it easy for somebody like you to come in and do what you do so it works really well and more fluidly?
Well, probably, you know, it comes back to that strategy being clear, and some clients have very strong ideas, which is great, but they have to remember that this is about their brand and not about them. Mm-hmm. So being subjective is quite, you know, a big part of design, and thinking about, okay, well, it's not because I'm not going to do a blue because I like blue. I'm going to do a blue because blue is the right color. And that can be a bit of a leap for some people who are used to picking things because they like them. What you've got to do is think about what this is going to do for you, not as something that represents you necessarily. And separating yourself from your brand can be quite hard for a lot of clients. So if they can do that, if we can make them see what their target market needs, and they start to understand that, then they start to change their perception about their brand, and it moves from being a personal thing to being, you know, something like or it's business or whatever it is. It's something separate to themselves that has its own life.
That's a great starting point. Learn to separate. In fact, it makes me think the first book I wrote, and I was working with the editor on that, and somebody had told me, be willing to let go of your babies, or let go, whatever your editor says, like listen to it. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I took that on board. And you do. It's the same thing as an author writing a book, same this time. You've got to listen to the advice. That's what they're there to do, to be willing to let go of your babies, willing to let go of your attachment to your favorite color, your favorite shape, your favorite concept.
It does take trust. And I think that's important, you know, as I said before, about working with the right people, but it takes a bit of courage as well to sort of, sometimes it's stepping you out of your comfort zone, and courage is important to do something that has impact and shifts you forward, like moves the needle. You've got to have a bit of courage and trust that these people can see what you're not seeing because you're very close to it. So
I know another thing that springs to mind for me, and I'm the same in my field, is that you use the word yourself, the more transparent somebody is, the more they trust me and the more transparent their conversations are with me, the more I can bespoke the keynote or the programs to hit the outcomes they want. And it's the same, I know, in your world, because whenever and I've let you know, the briefs we have, we're very clear. I'm very clear. We walk through, we ask the questions. So I think that there's something in there as well about the clarity of the brief.
100%.
It's really quite important. You know, expand on that for us a bit as well. What do you find? What are some things people can do for their designers to make that brief so much better or clearer to understand?
So one of the approaches we take is that we actually have to help our clients get that clarity. So we usually ask a lot of questions that they're a bit like scratching their head, why are they asking this? But the reason we ask those questions is because we want to delve deeper than that sort of surface level response. We don't want to just react. We want to have a deep understanding. So we workshop a lot of things with new clients, especially around branding. And we delve into a lot of those areas about, you know, purpose and values that start to uncover who they really are and what their brand value is. And yeah, it's interesting how people shy away from that to start with, but when they get it and they see it how it is represented in their business, it shifts them, you know, and then what we start producing for them is a lot better quality stuff.
And then they get it, right? Once that penny drops, then they don't go back, right?
They don't. It's like you can't unknow stuff, you know. Once you know your purpose, you're like, oh, kind of know that now. I've got to keep going.
Exactly. The skill you're defining there is very much like sales 101, is the quality of the questions you ask elicits the quality information to put in place the right solution. So